In PHP, when we have an element that is being repeated, we would put it in a separate file like this, and if it has some dynamic values, we will just echo the variables that contains those values. For example, here we have a course details, which let's say we are getting from database, and to put these values inside this course card element, we access the course variable in this template file and get the name and description from the associative array. The problem here is that this course variable is not locally scoped to this file. It is referring to the course variable in the index file where we are including this template. So if we make any changes to it in this template file, it will change that original variable too. And also, if you create a variable here, and if there's already a variable with the same name in the file you are including this template, then making changes to it here will cause changes to that variable too and break your code. So it would be nice to have a local scope for this template files. And the solution is very simple. We just need a function and include this template inside that function. Now, because we are including the template inside the function, everything inside the template file is scoped inside of it. So now the course variable in the template file isn't referencing the course variable in the index file. Both of them are now two different variables in two different scopes. Now we need a way to pass any values to our template files. We can add a parameter to the render function, which will be accessible here in the template. So now we can just pass those values as arguments to the render function and output them in the template. And that's how we can solve the scoping issue, by just putting the include in a function. Now let me show you a simple utility class for this render function. Create a folder for your templates, then create a renderer file inside of it. Here define a class called renderer with a method called render, which is the render function that we made previously, but it takes the name of your template as its parameter and put it in the include statement here. And now you can just create your template files like this course card in this template folder, and when you call the render method with the name of the template file, it will include that template file. Let's actually use this method. First require the render class, create an object renderer, then call the render method with the template's name and pass these course details, and this will render our course card with these details. And that's it. You can have subfolders in template folder. In that case, you would pass the folder name along with the template name. You can have multiple template folders, each will require its own renderer file with renderer class. You can also add more functionalities to this renderer class if you want to. Let me know if you have any suggestions for this render utility class.